Hola, ¿cómo están, my compañeros? So the idea behind wearing a mask if you're healthy is kind of illogical. I don't think a lot of people consider it though. So I'm in public and I see people wearing a mask and I say, hey, why are you wearing a mask? And they say, because I am trying to help not get anybody sick. And I say, oh, so you must be sick. And they say, no, I'm not sick. And I say, what? Then how can you not spread your sickness if you are not sick? And then what I'm told is asymptomatic spread. Asymptomatic spread. The idea that you can be PCR positive for a little nucleotide of coronavirus that they cannot actually culture into live virus, and that you can pass along live virus by passing along those broken nucleotide pieces. That's what asymptomatic spread is. Asymptomatic spread is being able to spread a live virus, but not experiencing the live virus yourself. It doesn't make any sense. And this is what the World Health Organization says.
Very mild disease. They're not quote unquote COVID symptoms, meaning they may not have developed fever yet, they may not have had a significant cough, or they may not have shortness of breath, but some may have mild disease. Having said that, we do know that there can be people that are truly asymptomatic and PCR positive. The second part of your question
asymptomatic and PCR positive does not mean that live virus has been cultured, and it does not mean that live virus can be cultured. This is what she's about to cover, is what she just asserted. She is about to assess whether or not that individual who is asymptomatic and PCR positive could also spread live virus.
what proportion of asymptomatic individuals actually transmit. So the way that we look at that is we look at these individuals need to be followed carefully over the course of when they're detected, and looking at secondary transmission. We have a number of reports from countries who are doing very detailed contact tracing. They're following asymptomatic cases, they're following contacts, and they're not finding secondary transmission onward. It's very rare. And that much of that is not published in the literature. From the papers that are published, there's one that came out from Singapore, looking at a long-term care facility. There are some household transmission studies where you follow individuals over time and you look at the proportion of those that transmit onwards. We are constantly looking at this data, and we're trying to get more.
What she just told us, this clip is quite a few months old. It was during the summer that she actually revealed these facts. It was before the mask mandates in a majority of the states, actually. And so she told everybody the truth, and when she did, you could see that somebody off camera tried to hush her up, or tried to get her to talk about the Singapore study. Don't talk about anything else. They said there's unpublished studies that show that asymptomatic spread is extremely rare, and they're probably done in places where they're a bit more authoritarian than in the United States. They probably are eagerly trying to find asymptomatic spread, but there is just zero way you can pass on a live virus if you do not have a live virus inside of you. That's in my humble opinion.